Hi, welcome to Melissa Looman Beauty. I'm Melissa, your host. Today I'm going to show you kind of a simple eyeshadow look as requested by Mom. Hey Mom! This one is just going to have two simple eyeshadow colors. I'm going to use a little Smashbox palette. I'm just going to use the two lightest colors today. Alright, let's get started.
So the first thing I'm going to do is use a little bit of Clinique primer to prime the eye. And I'm going to do this on one eye, and then on the other eye I'll do something different. And I'm using my Beauty Blender sponge to kind of press it into my eye really gently. You always want to be gentle around the eyes. And then concealer needs to be set because it's kind of a wet thing. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Aveda translucent powder to set the concealer, with also using my Beauty Blender sponge. For the second eye, I'm going to use an NYX eyeshadow primer. It's a little bit easier than a concealer because you can just put it on and then just leave it. That's basically it. I like to use my finger to blend this in. It just has a kind of a creamy finish, so that works best.
So that was two different ways to kind of base the eye, because you want to have something for the eyeshadow powder to stick to, otherwise it's going to crease up in those little creases of your eye. Yeah, so the first way that I will show you is using a concealer, and I use the Clinique Line Smoothing Concealer. And I feel like with a concealer it's very wet, so you have to set it with a powder. So that's what I did there with an Aveda Mineral Loose Powder. For the second eye, I actually used an NYX NYX eyeshadow base. It dries up really fast, and the eyeshadow sticks right to it, so I don't feel like I need to put powder on it. So that is an easier way to prime the eye before using eyeshadow.
Now I'm going to start applying some eyeshadow, starting with the lightest color and using a blending brush. I'm going to apply the eyeshadow all over my entire eye. Blending, blending, blending. The next thing I'll do is use my second lightest color for my palette. Also in a matte finish with my crease brush, which is a little bit shorter bristles than the blending brush. And I'm going to put it in that little V section that I'm pointing out to you. So just kind of right on the crease of my eye and kind of a little bit along my lash line. And I'm going to blend that really, really well. So don't worry too much about how dark you get it the very first time you put color on, because you're going to add more color each time you dip your brush back into the eyeshadow. And then you can just blend it, blend it, blend it in. You don't want to put a ton of color on right away because it'll look splotchy. You can also use your fingers as they're a great tool for blending eyeshadow. So you can see I did that a little bit on the other eye. After I finish the crease color, I'm going to go back in with my lightest color and just blend any harsh lines that are there so that they kind of disappear. The reason that I'm not using a shimmery palette is because I like to build a base with a matte color first, and then I can add shimmer later if I want to. Shimmer can age the eyes a little bit and can kind of settle into the creases, so you want to have a good base before you do that.
I'm going to line just the top of my eye with a Smashbox Always Sharp waterproof Kohl eyeliner in Raven, which is black.
So with eyeliner, I start on the outside corner and kind of draw my way in, and I do a little thicker in the outside corner to kind of add the illusion that my eyes are a little bit longer, bigger than they are, and I taper it off on the inside corner, as you can see me doing here. And then another important thing to do with eyeliner, and I'll do it on this eye, is you can see there's a little bit of skin showing through right underneath the line that I just drew. So I'm going to go back and kind of fill that in and make sure there's nothing showing, no skin showing underneath the liner. That makes my lashes appear a lot thicker. After you've finished lining, just make sure you check for balance. Next thing I'm going to do is go back in with my darker color in my crease brush and kind of set the eyeliner with that. Just kind of smudge it just slightly. You don't want to completely cover it. And then I'm going to use a powder brush to wipe away the excess powder. Then I'm going to put some mascara on, starting in the inner corner, outer corner, and I'm just doing the top lashes today.
So that's it, an easy eye look. So from the eyeshadow to the liner to the mascara, you can totally do it.